Hey, hi, what's up? It's Emma. I wanted to take today to talk about gratitude and how much of an impact gratitude has had on my life. I remember getting into the whole, I want to say, journaling fad phase when it became a really big thing. And not to say it's a fad, not to say it's a phase, but I definitely got into it more when it was heavily highlighted. I just always struggled with just dumping my thoughts on paper. I had a much easier time vlogging to myself or doing a voice recording or voice memo to myself and getting the same thoughts out. But taking the time to go pen to paper, my brain and my hand just would not communicate fast enough. And I know at the same time that's a beautiful thing about journaling is you take time and you process your thoughts. But regardless to say, I struggled with it. So down the line, I bought myself one of those 5-minute journals, right? Ask you simple questions every day, but you don't have to think about what you're going to write. It prompts you what to write. And inside of that, there was a gratitude one. I never paid much mind to it. And then I remember trying to, switch to my own blank page journaling. I'll come up with thoughts and all that stuff. Needless to say, my first time trying to write what I was grateful about, I just went blank. I was like, I don't know what I'm supposed to write here. I mean, it wasn't that I wasn't grateful about things, but I just never thought, it was never a thought in my head about, you know, bringing awareness to it and actually being aware of whether I was grateful or not. And I just, for the longest, I felt like I had to struggle to think about what to write. As I did it more often, and mind you, my journaling experience has always been on and off. I get consistent for a couple months, fall off of it, get consistent for a couple months, fall off of it. It is what it is. I'm working on it. But inside of that, the more that you write gratitude and what you're grateful for, the more you realize it is all about the simplest of things. It's about being grateful for your morning cup of coffee. It's about being grateful for going on a walk in the morning and feeling the sun on your face, or having a bed to sleep in at night, having an able body to get you from point A to point B. And it's really a perspective mindset shift when you start being consistent with gratitude. Now I write down 3 to 5 things that I'm grateful for every morning that I journal. Because if I say every day, it's probably a lie. But every day that I journal, gratitude is always a thing, whether it's in the morning or at night, because it really does just make a difference. One of my favorite things I saw as of late that just really, to me, highlighted the emphasis of gratitude was a girl was talking about some of her life struggles, and inside of that, it was the whole tearing down her appearance. And she stopped herself and decided from head to toe to talk about everything she was grateful for, whether it was her hair, her eyes, her ear, like everything. And I just felt that that was the perfect summation of gratitude in of itself. It really is a choice. We can either choose to live in this mindset, perspective, thought pattern of tearing ourselves down, always wanting more, feeling like we need more, never feeling like we have enough. Or we can shift that into realizing that we are enough. We already have enough. We've always had enough. We do not need more. And inside of that, it's just choosing to appreciate the little things. Appreciate your morning cup of coffee. Appreciate the the fact that if you have two legs and they work, that you're getting from point A to point B and you don't even have to think about it. That's not an ability that everybody gets to have. And so learning to be grateful for it will really teach you how to shift your mindset from this lacking, void filled, never satiated, always needing more mindset to I have always had enough. I am enough. I have enough. And I'm learning to be appreciative of all of it. And you'll realize how much more abundant your life feels when you shift to that perspective. I was in some negative mindsets probably. I was in some negative mindsets for a while. I could definitely break off and talk about some reasons behind that. Not having the best relationship with my parents growing up. Life choices as a young 20-something and not always feeling aligned with them. And I was not in the right headspace for a lot of things. But inside of that, a lot of it did change when I started taking care of my mindset, seeing a therapist, writing gratitude, and just bringing awareness to all the things that I have in my life. It's really easy to get caught up in what you don't have, and it feels really hard at first to realize and appreciate what you do have. But once you do, and you bring that awareness into your life, I promise you the changes are drastic. Every time I notice myself taking something for granted or being frustrated about this, that, or the third, gratitude comes in and really just helps calm that. If I'm road raging or I'm upset that I am behind somebody who's slow on the road, more than likely because I chose to leave late, because I just pushed my limits, instead of getting as upset, I can now sit back and be like, you know what? One, I can accept that it's my fault. And two, I can be grateful for this because it might be keeping me from a negative occurrence in my life. Getting into an accident. Who knows? I think it's really easy to be unhappy with the day-to-day and the everyday. And gratitude for me helps make sure that I start my day from a appreciative, abundant, and happier mindset. And so all I have to say is, if you're not doing gratitude, I highly suggest starting. Even if that's all you write down, you take time to think about it and say it aloud, but man, 3 to 5 things that you're grateful for, and it can be the simplest stuff. I'm grateful for my breakfast this morning. I'm grateful for sunshine. I'm grateful for... See, even now I'm blanking. I'm grateful for 2 legs that carry me from point A to point B without a struggle, without an extra thought or effort. It can really be that simple. So just think about it and give it a try. Till next time.